everybody. Welcome to the 18th episode of the Gory Hole Podcast. My name is Jenny.
I'm Nikki.
And we are back here in the dungeon with our special friend, Cold Ethyl.
Beautiful co-host, Cold Ethyl.
Yes. If you are watching, she's got some new accessories today.
Yep.
She has a fuzzy hat. It's very fuzzy. It's pink camo.
Yeah.
What did you put over there? Is like an axe?
Yeah, she's got like a battle axe.
Yeah, a battle axe.
It's actually metal, so it's heavy.
She kind of looks like a Viking.
She's ready for war.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's holding a rat in her hands.
Yep.
And then I was digging through Nikki and Todd's stuff while they were upstairs, and I found this little sparkly, I don't know, like garland thing.
Yeah.
And I turned it into a scarf.
Perfect.
And decorated her.
She looks great.
Yeah, she's going to look great every single time.
Yeah.
She's going to look different every single time. We're going to have fun with it. She looks
good.
Beautiful. She's
As
so
always.
happy to be here. She just was expressing how excited she was to be part of the Gory Hole Podcast after we've finished recording the last one.
She's so thankful.
She was so happy. I mean, she was just talking and just, thank you, ladies. I couldn't thank you enough for adopting me. So many men have been jerks, and I just love you ladies so much. That's exactly what she said.
You're
word for
so
word.
welcome, Cold Ethel.
Mm-hmm.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you. And we wanted to update you on that. If you aren't watching and just listening, we want to tell you what she's wearing. We'll update you. We'll always let you know if she's wearing something cool. All right. So, Nikki, what have you been watching? What have you been reading? What have you been listening to? Tell me all about it.
Really, the only thing I have this week is we watched one movie, Five Nights at Freddy's.
I haven't watched that yet.
It's good. It's really good.
Oh, my list is
surprised.
like so long.
Yeah.
And I've had kind of just a busy week. I haven't had time to watch much, so I want to hear about this.
So it's a movie based on a video game.
Right.
Have you ever heard of the video game?
Yes.
I think I might have told you about it a long time ago.
Yeah, I think you did. I think I've played it. Yeah.
You were asking for like creepy video game recommendations.
I feel like I might have played it maybe once.
It's pretty.
I haven't
creepy.
played it a lot. Though.
Okay. We've played it a few times. It's on VR too, so you can play it in virtual reality, which is even fucking creepier. So yeah, it's
you guys introduced me to VR.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Oh, that's actually a fun story. We'll tell that here in a second.
Okay. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's. It's like a lot of kids, like our niece and nephew are pretty into it right now.
Yeah.
A lot of kids are into Five Nights at Freddy's. A lot of kids were different characters from that for Halloween.
Yeah, I saw a lot of that.
So the movie, we were afraid it would be a little bit too kid friendly and not scary. Nope. I thought it was pretty creepy. We both liked it. And it was, I would say, I was thinking of like our niece and nephew watching it, and I was like, this is going to be too scary for them. It was like legit. I didn't think it was kid friendly. It was pretty creepy. It was really good.
So it's a
really
Jenny and
good.
Nikki's aisle.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's not the scariest thing I ever watched, but there's some good jump scares in it. There's some gore in it. The story is pretty decent.
I appreciate good jump scares.
Yeah.
I think those are
the
fun.
actors in it are pretty good. There's a pretty cheesy cop in it that you're like, but the main character is pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty good.
Awesome.
It was a good one. So we were happily surprised by that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it was good. What do you got?
Well, just real quick before I get into my movie and my book, real quick, just since you mentioned VR, me and my husband Ryan, you guys all know about, we learned about VR from Nikki and Todd.
Oh yeah.
I think I have videos of like Ryan playing with your guys' VR, and he was so obsessed. I was like, come on, I want to turn. He was like, I have to save the universe. And just like crazy, like, get out of here, woman. This is important. You don't know what's at stake. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. That was years ago.
That was
good.
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like
at
the very
your
first
other house,
iteration of VR.
That was pretty close to here.
Yeah, it was good. It was
my
fun.
God.
That was
It
fun
was so
times. We were
funny.
just like watching him go to town.
He was like running into shit.
Yeah, it was funny. His pants were like falling down a little bit, and he like had no idea. We're like, we can see your butt crack, Ryan. And he's like, I don't care. I'm fighting aliens. Don't you understand?
That's not important right now. The universe is
good.
at stake,
Yeah.
and I have to save him.
It was pretty good.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Ryan got really, really into it, and I'm pretty sure for like 3 months after that, that's all he talked about.
Yeah.
He was like looking up like VR bars, which I didn't even know were a thing. And
Yep.
Yeah, he was obsessed. And every once in a while, I go back and watch that video just because it cracks me up. Okay, so me, books and movies.
Yep.
I actually had not heard of this movie. Well, let me take that back. I had heard of it, but I didn't really know what it was about. Have you ever seen? It's an old '80s slasher. You know, my favorites.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Basket Case?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No.
Oh my god!
I think I saw you post about that, and I didn't know what it was.
It is hilarious. It is like one of the funniest slashers I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
It's not scary at all.
Like, is it hilarious on purpose, or it's just hilarious cheesy?
Both.
You know what I mean?
Both, I would say.
Like it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to, it has like maybe a few jump scares and stuff in there.
Okay.
And maybe kind of some like kind of creepy imagery.
Okay.
I would say.
Okay.
But it's not scary. It's a cheesy slasher.
Okay.
And it is about, with these old ones, people, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm giving spoilers. I feel like if we're going to talk new movies, we shouldn't give spoilers. But ones that are like 20, 30, 40 years old,
sure.
you had your chance.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So what this movie is about is, I think the main character's name is Dwayne.
Okay.
Dwayne.
That doesn't matter.
That sounds right. It doesn't matter. It could be Brad for all I know. I don't know.
You're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yes. Okay. So this guy was born with a conjoined twin.
Ooh. Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
But his conjoined twin is very, very deformed.
Okay.
And some surgeons separate them and basically just throw his conjoined twin in the trash because there's nothing to him. He's just like hands and like a face.
Yeah.
And they cut him off, and then it's them seeking revenge on all the surgeons who cut him apart because they didn't want to be separated.
Yeah. So wait, did the twin in the trash live?
Uh-huh. Ew. And he looks like a deranged chicken nugget. I'm not lying. I'm dead serious.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to tell you more about it real quick, but I'm also going to send you an image real quick, and we'll put it online. But him and his little basket, he lives in a wicker basket. Okay. Okay. And they go and they find the doctors that separated him, and they kill him. And
wait, did they kill him? The chicken nugget helps.
The chicken nugget kills him.
What? Yeah. Does he get around and like scoot?
I don't know how he gets around, but somehow he does. I'm about to send you a picture of him.
Okay.
Right now.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for Nikki's reaction. Okay, he was hiding in the toilet in this picture, and he's with his brother. Tell me he does not look like a deranged chicken nugget.
Okay.
Or like a psychotic California raisin.
Oh my God. That is wow. When you said chicken nugget, I thought he was gonna be little.
He's pretty big, but I think he looks like a chicken nugget.
He does. He looks like a turd.
He looks like, well, he is in a toilet in that pig.
He's in a toilet. Wow. Yeah, that's creepy. So the twin is the one sitting next to him on the floor?
Uh-huh. Wow. So that little guy was cut off of his regular brother.
Wow.
And together they are hunting down the surgeons that cut them apart.
So this large chicken nugget guy, he's bigger than I expected. And he has hands.
He's the size of a watermelon.
He could a watermelon with hands and a face. Mm-hmm. So he could maybe like crawl around with his hands and do some stabbing. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. He gets mad every time his brother like goes on a date or anything. Sure. He'll be like, rah! Sure. And then he'll like throw a temper tantrum and destroy things. Sure. And his little screams that he does when he like kills people are hilarious. Like I know I did a lot of impersonations of fairies roaring when they climax.
Yes,
the last episode. Yes. I did a zombie baby.
Yes.
Ryan and I have also been doing. His name is Belial, by the way.
Belial is the twin.
The little basket case. He lives in a basket.
Okay.
Belial, I think it's
Belial.
Beliah. Is that how you would say that?
Beliah.
Belial.
Belila. But oh my God, I don't know. Beliah.
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 I'm pretty sure they said Belial.
I
think actually, I'm sorry. I think it ends with L. I don't know why I said H. I'm sorry.
Okay, then Belial.
Belial. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
That's okay.
But he's got these little hands, and they kind of look like little cold Ethyl hands, all deformed, and he just kind of shows up, and he's like, ah, and he claws people to death. But his hands will just be like stuck on their faces, and the actors will be like, ah!
And like you could just grab him and throw him off of you.
Yeah, but they don't. They just scream.
They just let it happen. Mm-hmm. That reminds me of Scary Movie, the little guy that's like, use my good hand. And he He has like the weird deformed hands.
Yeah.
And he like stirs the mashed potatoes with it and stuff.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Use my strong
funny.
hand.
It's Ryan and I literally laughed out loud.
Awesome.
Multiple times.
Was that on your movie scratch off poster?
Okay. That's why we watched it. I had never heard of it. And I had some people comment on my Instagram page when I shared it. They were like, oh my God. And I was like, how did you even know about this?
I've never heard about that.
I had never heard of it either. And I didn't even know what to expect when I typed in basket case because I was like, oh, it's on the poster. That sounds interesting. Like a maybe psychotic person killing. That's what I was expecting.
It's a literal basket case.
Literally. He literally lives in a basket.
Okay.
Like a picnic basket.
A picnic basket.
A picnic basket.
Okay.
And they like stay at this hotel. That's where they live.
Yeah.
And the hotel manager, Ryan and I were like, he's got a hard job. There's been nothing but like fights and murders at his hotel, and he just gets mad at everybody. He's like, what the fuck? I can't even run a business without people killing each other.
Oh my God.
It's ridiculous. It so
sounds
funny.
very cheesy.
Oh, it's great. I loved it.
Okay.
I absolutely loved
would.
it. Oh yeah, it was right up my alley. I discovered a new favorite movie. And they do say they make it look like him and his brother die at the end. Okay. But there's 2 sequels.
Oh.
There's Basket Case 2 and Basket Case 3.
Wow, I bet those are just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they're
You
award-winning in my eyes.
You better watch them and report back.
I will.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
that's the other movie I watched. I did start a new book.
Okay.
So as I mentioned, I'm really sad that I'm done with ACOTAR. Although I don't think I mentioned this last time. Cousin Breezy's reading ACOTAR right now.
Okay.
And she's obsessed and texting me about it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of still getting a little bit of
You're
an ACOTAR. Yeah, I'm getting to relive it.
Okay.
Because she's like, oh my God, this happened. And I was like, I know. And we were just going back and forth like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And I'm like, I know what's going to happen, but I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, oh my God. And I'm like, I know. So Nikki, you might like them.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
they're not typical fantasy.
Okay.
Really. I mean, there's not tons of characters. There's a
Okay.
lot of violence and there's a lot of sex.
Well, that does sound nice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
maybe sometime when we're, I don't know, having wine, I can kind of go over like a summary of like the first one.
Okay.
And
that'd be good.
Because the first one just kind of gives you like a basis.
Well, and it sounded to me like it got way better as it went on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it definitely does.
I'm like, do I get
I mean,
through
there
the
is a
first
lot of details, but it's so introduced so gradually, I don't think you'll get lost.
Okay.
It's still a pretty simple read. I mean, it does. It's not like when I say
You make
that. I
it
mean,
sound
it's
like
not.
I need
It's
a
not hard to
children's
follow,
book.
is what I mean. Because you're right, though. A lot of those fantasy sci-fi ones have
that's
like
usually
20,
why-
30 characters
that's usually why I
and
don't like
20,
them.
30 different locations
Yeah.
that all have fucking complicated ass names.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm
Yeah.
reading.
And
These,
then
this might as well just be
lose
jumbled
interest.
letters.
Right. I lose interest when it's
Yeah, it's not like that
Like
at
there's
all.
no reason for that.
Yeah, it's not like that at
Yeah,
all.
okay.
So you might like it.
It's
I'm
dumbed
not sure.
down enough that Nikki might be able to understand it.
I think so.
Okay. Okay.
If I can, I think you can.
Okay.
Because I'm the same way. So I started a new one, and I started another fantasy book.
Okay.
And I'm sucked in.
What is it?
It's called Fourth Wing.
Okay.
And it is about, and a lot of people who love ACOTAR love this book. So I was like, well, I guess I have to get it since I love ACOTAR. It's about a war college where people go to this college to train to be dragon riders.
Cool.
Yeah. It's pretty badass so
Okay.
far. It's kind of, I would say, Hunger Games-ish.
Okay.
Were you a fan of Hunger Games?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a
I
lot like...
I read the Hunger Games books and watched the movies.
Oh, okay. And you liked them?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, see, I think you'll like ACOTAR then.
And that also sounds a lot like Not Lord of the Rings. God damn it. How come when I'm trying to think of something, I just can't get it out of my mouth? Why is
'Cause
that?
That's me, too.
It annoys the shit out of
elderly,
me.
old...
The series that everyone loved that had dragons in it.
Lord of the Rings?
Crown.
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. Thank you. Thank you, Todd. Even when he was
He was
doing
doing charades
crowns,
over
I was
there.
like, I don't... Crown hat?
Or
God
did you like
damn it.
Maze Runner, too?
I did not
I watched the movie. I didn't
see...
read the books.
I didn't do either.
The movie's pretty good.
Okay.
I would say it's very similar. But yeah,
Okay.
these are people like training to ride dragons in war.
Yeah. Okay.
And it also apparently has a lot of sex in it. I haven't
Love
gotten
it.
to that part yet.
Okay.
But the beginning is still pretty fucking dramatic.
Okay.
And I got sucked in immediately. So I'll keep you
Nice.
posted on that.
Okay.
And then I kind of I've just been like in a crazy book phase. I'm a crazy bookworm at the moment. Sometimes I kind of go through phases where I don't read very much, but right now I am just like, I want to read every single fucking book in the world.
Cool.
Which is depressing because I know I'll never be
No,
able
it's
to.
not.
But
Jenny, no, that is a good, because like I watch entirely too much TV, and I think it's way cooler to like dive into a book than it is to like, I will just sit and binge TV.
Well, I do that too. But right now I'm in a book binging
I think
phase.
that's way better.
Yeah, I do. I think so too. It's
I don't
fun.
know why. It's just different. It's just a different media.
There's something that's really just satisfying about it when you're in that phase, you know? Because I know you're a reader. I know you've been in that phase where you get obsessed with books.
I do a lot of reading at night before I go to sleep. Is usually when I read. But like during the day, I'm like TV. If I have free time, I'm like click on the TV.
Yeah.
Like,
that's usually how I am too. But now it's like sometimes I'm like, I've got 20 minutes. Okay, I'm going to go read a chapter because I need to keep it going.
Yeah. I think that's good.
Well, awesome. Thank you.
It's good for your brain.
It is. I think there's a whole other, I could go on and on and on, but every time I hear about like people banning books from things, I'm like, reading anything is good for you. I don't care what it fucking says. I don't care if it's smut. I don't care what it is. If you want to read it, read it.
It makes my blood boil.
It makes my blood boil too.
Yeah,
Nothing makes me more mad than books getting banned to places.
Yep.
Like that should never, ever, ever happen.
That is the worst.
It's the worst. But it got me thinking because I have books on the brain. Yeah. And I thought I wanted to know, what were some of your favorite books as a kid?
Ooh, that's a good question. All right. How young of a kid?
Any age. All right. Like little kid to preteen to high school, whatever. What were some of your favorites?
All right, I'm going to start early.
I don't care. I mean, I don't necessarily need to know about Berenstain Bears, but.
Well, okay. Do you remember this? Like, is so nostalgic for me. So when I was little, and you first started reading books that were kind of like cardboard, the golden books. Do you remember those? Like the spine had the little golden thing, and there was like the pokey little puppy.
Oh,
and like all the like cute little golden books. Those were my favorite. I had like a whole bookshelf full of the golden books because like in birthdays and holidays, that's what I would get for gifts.
And I loved it when I had a bookshelf that was filled with all those gold spines.
Yes, because you could see the spines. The pokey little puppy was maybe one of my favorites.
Pokey
little puppy. Yep.
John was like, the pokey little puppy. It's adorable. Little Nikki loving the pokey little puppy.
And you know, like people would give them to you and they'd like write you like Christmas 89.
Oh yeah, there were so many good
Nikki.
ones.
And like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So those were my favorite. And then you know, a little bit older, I'm trying to think of like when I was in like middle school, I started reading like I would dive into like series. So like I dove into Harry Potter.
Oh, really? Were you big into Harry Potter?
Uh-huh. I mean, I wasn't like a super fan, like, but I read them before the movies ever came out. Oh, yeah, me too. Like, I read them, and I remember reading, like, the Harry Potter series, and then there were a couple of, like, a little bit more adult stuff that I got into, and the librarian at my school, like, I would go in the library, and I would tell her, like, talk about a book I would want to read, and she'd be like, okay, I have that book, and I'll loan it to you, but I need you to get your parents' permission, because there's, like, and it would be like a girl masturbates in a bathtub or something. But the whole book, it's just like one little part. There was one that was like about horses, and I was so into horses for a second.
Oh my God, I was too. That's one of my favorite childhood books, is a horse book.
Whisper, maybe? Horse Whisperer? I can't remember. But I remember her being like, okay, I have that personal copy, but I will loan it to you. And so I got my aunt to like write me a letter. Be like, she's mature enough to read that book. So I got it. And so like the librarian would like loan me books because it wasn't in the school library. So awesome. Because I was like, I don't want this little kid shit. I want to read this good book. And she'd be like, okay, if you get permission, I'll loan it to you.
That's so amazing. I
read that.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah. And then like young adulthood, late teens, young adulthood, my go-to was Stephen King.
Really?
That's all I read. Like my early 20s.
Stephen King until I was in my 20s.
Oh yeah, I think I was late teens, early 20s, and then that's like all. So pretty sure I've read his entire library of books. Like that was all I read.
I don't think I've read all of them, but I've read a good chunk.
The
Shining is
so
one of
good.
my favorite books.
Oh yeah, The Shining is one of the best ones, and then the Dark Tower series is one of my favorites.
I don't think I've read the Dark Tower series yet.
It's amazing.
I know. I have so many books. Like I told you, I'm literally in a phase where I want to read every book in the world.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of the things Todd and I bonded over when we first met was like Stephen King books. So we would read them, and he was really into them. So I was like, okay, I'm going to read this book and then talk to him about it to like impress him. So I read a lot of Stephen King, and then I legit got into it. They're so good.
I had so many childhood favorites, and this is kind of funny. Recently, like I kind of started even looking up like different places, like if I was like, I don't know, Target or Barnes and Noble or just on Amazon, looking up some of my old childhood favorites, and maybe I'd lost the copy over years, or maybe got rid of it because I was moving and didn't realize that I might still want it in my old age.
Yeah.
So I went back and I got a lot of them just to have, just because I've mentioned to everybody that I'm a collector. I collect a lot of things.
Yes.
Books are one of them.
Yeah.
I love a house that has
and
piles of books. And
you do like physical books.
I like physical books.
Yeah. See, I just do ebooks now.
I do ebooks, like all my little Halloween spicy things. Well, actually, I did order a hard copy of one of those.
Okay.
The Scream for Us one. I did get a physical copy of that one.
Okay.
But like little short ones like that, I just read on Kindle.
Yeah.
But I love the smell of paper.
Yeah.
I like, and I'm sorry, if you start falling asleep reading a physical book, you will have the best sleep of your life. It's true. Because a screen can keep you kind of wired for a while.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah.
But if you're sitting there just reading a physical book and you start getting tired and you doze off, you will have like the best sleep ever. It's
You're not
amazing.
Wrong. Yeah.
So I kind of got into a little thing where I started picking up books from my childhood that I loved. Yeah. And I was kind of curious if were you a Nancy Drew person at all?
I never really did Nancy Drew.
I've read almost every single Nancy Drew.
So much about Nancy Drew, and I never really did. I don't know why.
You know, I actually reread some as an adult, not like a couple years ago. They still hold up. They're not bad.
That's awesome.
I mean, you could read them in like a day. Yeah. You know, but they're just quick little mysteries.
Yeah.
And I loved those as a kid.
What about Babysitter's Club?
I loved the Babysitter's Club.
I think I read a few of those, like teenager.
I loved them.
Yeah.
My favorite book growing up was Sarah Plain and Tall.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
Do you know what that book is?
Sarah Plain
it's great.
I think I missed that.
They made a movie of it.
Okay.
I don't remember who played Sarah, but it's basically about a family whose mom died and the dad puts an ad in the paper for a wife.
Oh.
And Sarah from Maine shows up and comes and lives with their family and marries their dad.
I don't remember that. I must have missed
It's really kind of a relaxing book. Okay. And I went and bought a copy of that because I was like, I loved that book when I was a little kid. Black Beauty was another one.
Black Beauty.
That's a horse book.
Yep. I was into all that shit.
Yeah. A lot of these books, if you remember some from your childhood, they're like $3 on Amazon.
That's awesome.
Like free shipping. If you just want to have them for one day.
Yeah.
Or for whatever,
That's cool. Okay.
I bought The Secret Garden at Target the other day. That was one of my favorite books.
The Secret Garden was so good. Did you see the movie? Like
yes.
90s, early 90s.
It's been a long time.
That was one of my favorite movies.
Me too.
When I was little.
There was always something about like
it was so like
a secret place that is like,
and like the kids were our age, so you could like. I don't know. It was so cool to like imagine.
So
to be
a
like
lot
to
of the
live
stuff
in a
has been in my
castle
brain lately. Just like these fun kids
cool.
books.
Yeah.
Did you ever read Little House on the Prairie?
I never did.
They're actually pretty good books.
Yeah. I've always heard that. I never did.
They actually are. I've read the first 5.
Wow. Okay.
But I haven't read them in a long time. I was like a little kid when I read them. And I don't know if you ever do this or just advice to any book nerds. If you have big libraries near you and you can figure out when they have their book sales, you can find huge collections of like classic books for like $2.
Wow. Okay.
So I got like the full first 5 like set of Little House on the Prairie for like $4 in like a box set.
Cool.
I'm like, this is like $30 on Amazon. Yeah. I was like, this is a steal. I have to get this.
That's
you know?
Cool. But here's my concern with stuff like that. Where do you put all this shit? Like, I don't have room for all these books.
Well, I did have a new bookshelf put in my dining room.
That's true. I saw that.
Yeah, and it's on our TikTok.
Yeah.
I have some built-ins in my living room. Yeah. So at the moment, I can still add new books, but I might need a new bookshelf here at some point.
See, I just straight up don't have the room for that. Like we have a teeny tiny house. I don't have any, and we don't have built-ins. I don't have room for a shelf. I don't have anywhere to put them. So I just read all ebooks at this point. I used to have some like a lot of Stephen King books, and I think we've like rehomed all of them.
Oh.
So yeah, I just at this point
there's something about like the image of like I even get overwhelmed with happiness anytime I walk in like Barnes and Noble.
Oh yeah,
or
I
into
do
like,
love bookstores.
Or like a library even.
I do love that, yes.
I just get overwhelmed. I'm just like,
well, I remember like a long time ago you worked at a bookstore for a while.
I did, yeah. Not a great one, but
because you got me like you would give me like super badass hard copy books, Stephen King books as gifts, and I'd be like, holy shit, this is like a $30 book, and you'd be like, I got it from work, it's fine. So you would like gift me for my birthday.
There was a good group of us that used our discount a lot.
Yeah, you got me some good books from that store.
I was young. I don't do stuff like that anymore.
I mean, I don't know. You didn't pay for it. Maybe you paid for it.
I did.
It's fine. You did.
I worked.
You did.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
I did. Yeah. I could literally be. This is one of the things I need about for this podcast in my life is because my husband does not read.
Oh yeah.
Literally at all. And podcasts and books just do not.
What does he do? Oh, he works a ton though.
I mean, he works a ton. Just his hobbies are just different.
Okay.
From like what I do.
Yeah.
He's really into like a lot of like outdoor stuff.
And a cheating hunter.
A cheating hunter.
Not really a hunter. He
pretends to hunt.
He kind of hunts, I guess, with lots of help.
But he does a lot of like outdoor stuff, like taking care of like stuff at his property. Like he does love feeding the deer and like doing a lot of like trimming and like landscaping kind of stuff. Okay. He's into collectibles though too.
What does he collect?
He collects bobbleheads.
What? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have a huge collection of bobbleheads.
Okay.
He collects baseball cards.
Really?
Yeah. Not so much anymore, but he did.
I was going to say, I didn't know people did that anymore.
Yeah, he's got a huge collection of them, and he can't part with them.
Wow. Okay.
He gets into collecting, like, horror movie merchandise with me. He loves horror movies and stuff, too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, podcasts and books just don't. He'll sometimes occasionally listen to an audiobook, but it's not just, I don't know, it's just not his thing.
He needs to fucking listen to our podcast.
He won't do it.
I'm going to kick him in the dick.
Do it. I'm going to kick him in the dick. And then Ethyl's going to kick him in the dick. Be like,
Ryan, if there's one podcast you listen to, it needs to be ours. Get it together.
He's like, Jenny bugs me all the time. He's like, she's always here talking. I'm like, why would I choose to listen?
Good. Because
I'm entertaining, bro.
Yeah.
I'm funny.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm hilarious. I think we're funny.
I do too.
Well, yeah, I thought childhood books was kind of a fun topic.
It was good, yeah.
And I was going to tell you also, just speaking of Ryan, since you kind of came up. So I've mentioned a few times, how dare you is my favorite phrase.
Yes.
I even looked up, I like searched on Amazon looking for t-shirts that say how dare you to wear since we have video now.
Perfect.
So I might have to get a t-shirt. This is how dare you.
Did you find some?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
right on.
I'm going to get one. But besides that, I saw a video the other day, and I'm actually surprised we haven't talked about this on the podcast. So Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh.
You are aware of this, right?
I am aware of this. Who isn't aware of this?
Well, you don't like football, so I could have seen you being unaware of this.
You don't have to like football. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
You see it everywhere.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. For a while there, like with Ryan, this may be why he doesn't want to listen to podcasts, because he knows that lately the two things I want to talk about are fairies or Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Those two things are taking up my mind.
Okay.
And I'm like, I want to talk about one of those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I love the Travis Kelce Taylor Swift thing. I'm living for it. I love it. But besides that, I saw a cute little video of a little girl in like a Chiefs cheerleader outfit who was maybe like 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, she was adorable. And her mom was like kind of talking to her, and she's like, I'm so excited for football. And she goes, oh, really? What's your favorite thing? What do you want to tell me what your favorite thing about football is? And she goes, no, thank you. And I was like, no, thank you is a great phrase.
No, thank
you. For
you.
any question you don't want to answer.
I like it.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Because Ryan will be like, what do you think about this? And I'm just like, no, thank you. So I've kind of adopted no, thank you.
Okay.
Because it's polite.
Yeah.
It is polite. How dare you is not really polite. It makes sense, but it's not necessarily polite.
Right.
But no, thank you. And so now an obnoxious sneeze, someone sneezes in your face and you're just like, no, thank you. It's perfect.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I like it.
I like it too.
I like it.
So that was one other thing I wanted to bring up that's kind of been happening in my house. The things Ryan and I yell at each other all day long. How dare you? And no, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yep. No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
I like it.
Like, do you want to hear about my day? No, thank you. I don't. Okay, should we move on to surprise topic?
Well, wait, we got trivia.
Trivia. Oh
Let's
my
do a
God,
little
we
bit of
started
trivia.
talking and I forgot.
Let's do our trivia and then surprise topic.
I am so sorry.
about
I
that?
jumped the gun.
That's okay.
Sorry, Cold Ethel. We're going to hang with you for a bit longer because we
longer.
love
You got
you.
us.
All right, Todd, play that robot.
It's totally 80s and 90s trivia time.
That's a good robot. All right. Do you want to go first or you want me to?
I'll go first.
Yeah, great. Okay. Let's see how smart
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Not stupid. How smart.
Yeah. What duo originally recorded Under Pressure in 1981? It was a song called Under Pressure.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's not Queen, is it?
Yes.
Queen?
And it's a duo. So Queen and...
David Bowie?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Good job.
The duo threw me because I was
Yes.
like, is that like a remake? Like, I was thinking like a band that had two people
Oh,
when you said
gotcha.
duo.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so,
gotcha.
okay.
Okay, let's see. What 90s hit mentions wanting a little bit of Monica, Erica, Rita, Tina, Sandra,
gosh.
Mary, and Jessica?
Can you say it one more time? I'm sorry.
What 90s hit mentions wanting a little bit of Monica in my
I know the
life?
song. Mambo number 5?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You got it.
I had to get the tune in my head
Yeah.
to get it.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is a real throwback. I don't know if you'll get this, but
Probably not.
you might, and I'm going to give you some hints. In the 80s, Kelly LeBrock appeared in ads for what product that famously said, "Don't hate me because I'm beautiful"? First of all, do you remember who Kelly LeBrock is?
I don't, but I remember that line.
She's the chick from Weird Science. Do you remember that movie?
Uh-huh.
She's the hot chick that they like
been a
make
minute,
with a
but
computer.
yeah.
Kelly LeBrock, she was a fucking smoke show.
Was that like a Calvin Klein thing or something?
No.
me
Okay,
before
so
beautiful.
this, it is a hair product that was around
Sorry.
everywhere. Like I
Spider was
used. Oh yeah,
attacking
you
me.
got some
It
gauze.
keeps like grabbing me. I don't know
You
why.
got some gauze on you. Wrap it around
There we
the
go.
scythe.
Okay. Sorry.
So this was a hair product. I used this hair product all the time when I was younger. It
Herbal
is-
essences.
No,
Okay.
it was before that. You're close.
I'm close.
80s. It was like
Aquanet?
no, but you're so on the right track. It was a shampoo.
Okay, it's a shampoo.
Yes. I don't know what else I can say.
Beautiful.
They often had the like 2-in-1 like shampoo conditioner.
Pantene Pro V?
Yes.
Ah, I use that all the time
Yep.
too.
Pantene
Okay.
shampoo. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I have to tell people that all the time.
All right. What digital pet was first sold in 1996?
Gigapet?
No.
Tamagotchi.
Yes.
I knew it was one of the
Tamagotchi.
two.
Do you remember that? And it would like poop, and you would have to like clean up the poop. And you'd have to feed it.
I had Gigapets. I don't
Okay.
think I ever had,
I had
a
a
Tamagotchi,
Tamagotchi.
but they're basically the same thing.
Yeah, same deal. I used to go to school, and my mom would like feed it for me.
I'd get in trouble for taking mine to school.
Yeah, before there were phones, we got in trouble for freaking Tamagotchis and shit.
Right?
All right, who directed The Sixth Sense?
Was it somebody in the movie?
He always makes a guest appearance in his movies. I'm not positive he did in this. I think he does it in all of them.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Todd says yes.
I don't know.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, okay. Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
That's a hard name.
Yes.
Can you say it correctly?
M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah. M. Night Shyamalan.
Ding dong.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. That's what I call him.
Sorry.
Stupid.
Stupid.
All right, next one. Which band had the hit The Sign?
Oh, Ace of Base.
Yeah, okay, I was going to give you some options.
Oh,
but
I'm a big
you
fan
got
of
it.
Ace of
I
Base.
loved Ace of
I
Base.
love
They
Ace
were
of
so
Base.
good, dude.
Don't turn around.
So good.
I
Saw the sun, and it opened up my eyes, and I am happy now, living without you.
Nikki
Okay.
was rocking out right there.
Yeah, man, I loved them.
I love them too.
All right. What animated show featured Angelica Pickles screaming, "You stupid babies"?
Rugrats.
Yep. What was the Just Say No advertising campaign against?
Drugs.
Yep.
Nerds.
As she's wearing a mushroom hat. I love it.
Cool story, nerd.
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds.
Oh God.
Narc.
What best-selling Green Day album was released in 1994?
Dookie?
Yes. Look at you.
Because I actually, they're going on tour for the 30th anniversary next year.
God. Old.
With Rancid and Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow.
Bitch,
And
I'm going to go.
I'm sure you are.
Oh,
yes. All right. One last question for you. What 1994 movie was the first commercial success for writer-director Quentin Tarantino?
I'm sorry, one more time.
What 1994 movie was the first commercial success for writer-director Quentin Tarantino?
Reservoir Dogs?
No.
Jackie Brown?
No.
He's giving me a hint, but
I don't know either. He's acting out over here.
Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you doing? I thought it was 4 Rooms. Oh, you said no, commercially successful. 4 Rooms was like a B movie. I don't think so. I mean, it was good, but like Pulp Fiction was a big blockbuster.
Yeah. Pulp Fiction's one of my favorite movies.
Oh yeah, so good.
I love it. All right.
$5 milkshake.
Let's see how smart Nikki is.
All right.
Who played the Crown Prince of Zamunda in the comedy Coming to America?
Oh, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
What is wrong with my brain?
Did you like my answer?
I knew it was Eddie. What is? I'm elderly.
I couldn't think of another hint.
I have early onset Alzheimer's.
It's okay, dude. My brain is like that 90%.
If I'm on the spot and have to name something or someone, fucking forget about it.
What Neil Diamond song was covered by UB40?
Okay, Neil Diamond. Neil Diamond. Was it
The song was really big.
Was it the one everybody plays at weddings? It's like
I don't know.
Sweet Caroline. Okay.
Red one.
That was a Neil Diamond song?
Apparently.
What? Oh, I didn't know that. I knew that was a UB40 hit, but I didn't know that was a Neil Diamond song.
Well, I guess it
is. Oh,
is.
shit, I didn't know. Okay.
I actually kind of assumed you would know that because I didn't know.
Like, I knew Red Wine is like, I love that one.
Yeah, it's a great song.
No idea that was a Neil Diamond song.
Who did Sam marry in the final season of the show called Cheers?
He married. Oh my God. I love Cheers.
I know.
He married
That's why I said
someone
it like
in the final season.
Who did Sam marry?
He didn't marry.
Toddler's so disappointed.
He didn't marry Diane.
He did marry Diane.
He
That's
did?
the answer. Diane.
Am I having a stroke? Why don't I remember anything?
How many fingers am I holding up?
Dos.
Okay. She speaks Spanish now. Is that normal?
He marries Diane? We've watched that so many fucking times.
I know.
God loves Cheers.
You guys have told me a lot.
He marries Diane.
Uh-huh. According to this card.
All right. Okay. I guess.
All right. Let's try this one.
Okay.
Hasbro introduced what equine girl's toy in 1983 that has since experienced a pop culture resurgence with a TV series in 2010?
My Little Pony?
Yeah!
I knew something.
You knew
Equine
something.
girl story. Yeah.
Who directed Ghostbusters?
Oh.
It's multiple choice.
Okay, give me some hints.
Ivan Reitman.
No
Reitman.
idea.
I don't know. Rob Reiner or Steven Spielberg?
Spielberg.
No.
Fuck.
It's the
Reiner.
dude's name I didn't know.
Oh,
Ivan Reitman.
I wouldn't know that.
Reitman? I don't know.
Okay. All right. I believe you.
What Bon Jovi album was the follow-up to Slippery When Wet?
Oh, I was going to say Slippery When Wet.
It's the only album I would know. It's multiple choice too.
Okay.
Keep the Faith, New Jersey, or Crossroad?
New Jersey.
Correct.
Okay.
You got it.
Great. It was a lucky guess.
What wrestler had a signature move called the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Oh, shit.
I don't know why. I kind of thought you would know it. But.
I can see it happening. I can see it. I could see him doing it. He was wearing all black. The Undertaker. Fuck yeah!
Yay!
I didn't even really watch wrestling. I hope I'm not sweating in my pits. Am I sweating in my pits?
No,
Okay,
they're
good.
clean.
I didn't show my pits to people. Okay, cool.
Who played Mr. Brown in Reservoir Dogs? Also, one of my favorite movies. I love Reservoir Dogs.
Don't remember who played who.
Mr. Brown had a pretty big part in that movie.
Did he cut the ear off?
Huh?
Is he the one that cut the ear off?
But
I'm not
he
gonna
also
remember.
had a big part besides being in the movie. He also directed it.
Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. No, those suck. Why did I pick this one? What school shooting captured the public's attention in 1999?
Columbine?
Yep.
I remember being in like middle school here.
Yeah, me too.
That. Yeah.
I remember that actually very, very well.
Yeah.
Which movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar?
Steven Spielberg.
A great movie, but that's also really generic, I feel like.
I'm going to just guess. Legend?
No. It's an old movie about the Holocaust.
Oh, Schindler's List?
Yes.
Okay.
Who left St. Louis for Los Angeles in 1986 with nothing but her savings and her goal to be a singer?
Wait, what year?
1986.
In real life?
I believe so, yes.
Jewel?
No. It's multiple choice if
Okay.
you'd like it.
Okay, yes, please.
Sheryl Crow, Tori Amos, or Pat Benatar?
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. I was going to say Pat Benatar I think was a little earlier than that.
Yeah, we guess so too.
And I don't know about Tori
And actually,
Amos.
I think I'm pretty sure I knew Sheryl Crow is from St. Louis.
Okay.
That sounds right. Ugh.
Hey, now. Just going to throw it down there.
I didn't mean to. Card shot out of my hand.
I guess we're done with trivia.
We're done with trivia now.
That's okay. That's okay.
It just like flew.
That's okay.
Huh?
No, that's okay.
No, it's
That's
fine.
okay. We were about done.
There was like, I think
That's
we
okay.
answered enough. So,
On to the next thing.
it's a surprise topic.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise topic time. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfect.
One moment, please. Please enjoy some wine and some snacks.
Wine and
cold
snacks.
Ethel while you wait for me
Yeah.
to pull this up.
Wait for Cold Ethel.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at her ear flaps. Just,
They're so funny.
oh, it's so good.
Ryan's gonna like shit his pants when he sees that hat that he bought for me. Cold Ethel, because I just took
We'll
it.
teach you not to watch our freaking
Yeah.
podcast, Ryan.
Okay. No, sex injuries was another one. Damn it.
Jenny, I'm going to need you to get it together.
Yeah. Really? Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Apologize.
That's what I said.
Okay, so it's kind of a 2-in-1.
Okay.
It's some effects.
Okay.
So I picked 2 effects. I know that sounds weird. Okay, here I'm just gonna tell you.
Okay.
I picked the Uncanny Valley effect. Do you know what that is?
Yes, I do.
Which is kind of fitting for Cold Ethel.
Yes.
And the Mandela effect.
Awesome. Okay.
So
I'm
I thought we'd
excited for
talk
this.
about those.
Yeah, and you can, even though I know what they are, define them both. So people
I'm going
know.
to.
Okay.
And because the Uncanny Valley effect, that's not a whole lot of time, but
Yeah.
there are lots of examples I know
Yeah.
of the Mandela effect.
Cool. Okay.
So I kind of combined 2 into 1.
Hell yeah, I love this.
So the Uncanny Valley phenomenon can be described as an eerie or unsettling feeling that some people experience in response to not quite human figures,
Yep.
like humanoid robots or lifelike computer-generated characters. So something that looks human but isn't human,
Mm-hmm.
that can give you kind of a weird, creepy vibe,
Yeah.
basically. Is that
Yeah.
how you understand
Yes.
it?
Uh-huh.
So
Hello.
she's
Cold
right
Ethel.
here.
Yep.
She's right
Anything
here.
like that. Or I've heard of things like that picture you sent me earlier of the conjoined twin that was cut off. He had like a face, but he clearly didn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
So I see that a lot, or hear about Uncanny Valley a lot, with like faces that aren't quite like proportioned correctly, or
Right.
and it gives you like a creepy vibe.
You know, it kind of makes me think of like video games nowadays.
Yes.
Like video game I was playing recently, The Quarry.
I've heard that one.
It's pretty fun. It's on PS5 at
Okay.
least. I can always lend it to you. Do you have a PS5?
No, but I think we're about to.
It's basically you just control the characters, and it's like it's kind of like a Friday the 13th kind of thing, where you kind of pick your story and just go through kind of like a horror movie. It's pretty fun. But you know how like those characters, they look so human, and like graphics have gotten so good over the years, but there's something about their faces that you're just kind of like, it looks too human, but also not.
My brain's telling me this isn't real, but it looks real.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I always feel like even like a lot of AI kind of generated things, like pictures of even like yourself, even though they look a lot like you, there's something unsettling about them.
Yep.
Let me glance through this article real quick just to see if I have any more fun facts on that. Watching a lifelike digital being such can be both fascinating and disconcerting. Sorry, one second.
You're
if you
good.
have another example,
Well,
my page kind of froze.
I do
bit.
actually.
Okay, go for it.
So I was going to ask you, have you heard of the doppelganger, like creepy doppelganger type haunting people can have?
Maybe.
So we listened to another podcast called Scared to Death. And it's
Dan Cummins.
Just scary stories. Dan Cummins and his wife Lindsay. And so they talk about this a lot. Like they'll have fan stories, people send in stories and stuff, and they'll read them. And people will claim to be haunted by a doppelganger ghost. Like they will try to mimic a person in the house. So like, for example, if we had a doppelganger ghost, they would look like Todd, but they wouldn't quite be right. So I would have like an inkling.
It looks like Todd.
Yeah,
but
it looks like
clearly
Todd,
not Todd.
But like maybe it's like Todd before he had his hair cut. And so now I'm like, that's weird. Or it's like a shirt that he owned like 2 years ago, but now he doesn't own it anymore. So like the ghost hasn't quite caught up to.
Right.
So there's like something off, and that gives you that like uncanny valley effect. It's so creepy.
I did find some examples on here.
Okay.
Telenoid is an example.
What's that?
Which is a robotic communication device used by a Japanese robotics specialist. It's a bald head, lifeless face, and lack of limbs, but it makes it seem more alien than human. Here, there's a picture of it. Can you see it from right there?
Ew, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's very unsettling. Like it looks real, but it's also like, ew.
Yeah, that's creepy. Yeah.
I'll save him and share him.
Okay, yes,
guys.
please do.
This is one. A robot baby to help parents communicate with their infants. Ew.
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 Let's see. Does it show
Some of these are weird. Like some of these have like names. Here, Nikki, I'm going to hand this to you.
Okay.
I know this is my topic, but I'm going to pass it on because I feel like you might kind of understand this article a little more than I do. Some of it's crazy.
That is real creepy.
Like
Diego-san.
Yeah.
So yeah, any kind of like, this is like a robot
There's
baby.
just like, it's a lot of robots that look human, but not human.
Oh.
And they're very unsettling. I can make a collage out of these and post it to our social media page. I'll save them all.
I've seen Sophia. Sophia is like created by a person. Let's see, it says Soul Machines, Ava. It doesn't give a lot of details, but it's like a really famous humanoid robot, and there's videos of her online. Like she has like a face and she looks human, but like the back of her head is just like gadgets.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
But she does really interesting stuff.
And you know, I'm not gonna lie. When you were touching up Cold Ethel's lipstick the last time we were here,
yes,
part of me was like expecting her eyes to look at me.
Yeah, I
expecting
think you even said
like
that.
her mouth to like open or something. Like her eyes look so fucking real.
Yeah, they do.
And
They do.
It's crazy. She's beautiful. We love her.
We
but
do. Yeah.
her eyes are just creepy as shit. But in a good way. They're beautiful. We love you, Ethyl. Isn't that insane? We can take her eyeballs out if we wanted
We
to.
can pop them right on out. We can make her cross-eyed.
Yeah.
We can do whatever we want.
And even just like her fingers sitting here, like they look.
Yeah. She has
very
that AI hand.
She does. She looks very AI.
Yeah.
And it is kind of unsettling.
It is.
But I love her. I don't care. Like, look at that hand. Like, what the fuck?
Let's make her wave.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me. Oh my God.
Oh, it's not good.
Ew. Her hand like just flopped over. Sorry.
It's not good. It's not a good look.
Okay, for what kind of doll Ethyl is, I'm not gonna lie, it grosses me out that her fingers are bendable.
Yeah, they're
I'm like,
very
ew,
bendable.
You got like making her give hand jobs.
I guess. I don't. Yeah, they're pretty floppy though.
Yeah. Well, there might be a reason for that.
Maybe.
Oh, I didn't even think about that before we.
I need to sanitize. Ethyl, we love you, but we don't know what's been on you. Okay? Just. Don't knock the scythe over. Oh, shit. No, you're good.
I was laughing so
You're good.
hard about Ethyl. They hit my head.
Oh, man.
All right, moving
Okay.
on to part 2
Moving
of
on.
the surprise topic. That's not gonna fall in.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's pretty wedged in there.
I know, but I just smacked it.
I know.
With my
No,
head.
I think it's good.
Okay.
I
Cool.
don't see it moving.
Sorry. All right, hang on. Let me pull this up. Do you guys know what the Mandela effect is?
Yes. I've heard of this before and it fascinates me because
It's
we have
so
actual
weird.
example. Like we've experienced it.
Where the hell is it?
Like us and another friend couple we've talked about it and we remember things differently.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm sorry. I have a thing saved. I just need to find it.
That's fine.
So talk amongst yourselves for one moment.
So I will give an example of the Mandela effect. So
That would be great. Thank you.
Berenstain Bears or Berenstain Bears.
Yeah.
I remember it one way and like a friend of mine remembers it a different way.
I know.
The
There's
spelling.
a lot of. Okay, I found it.
There's some
Okay.
great examples.
Okay, the Mandela effect is a phenomenon that makes us question even the most mundane memories from the past.
Uh-huh.
A recent refinement of false memory that typically refers to pop culture or current event references. So basically, you remember something happening a certain way, but when you go back and look at it in reality, it wasn't like that.
Right.
Right? And one of the ones, the reason it's called the Mandela effect is because of Nelson Mandela. Because countless people distinctly remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. Okay.
Okay.
Well, what's the other?
But he didn't. He's still, like
He's still
didn't-
alive,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, he didn't
Okay.
die. Yeah.
Oh, he died in Okay, I get it. He died in 2013. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
he
missed
did
it.
die. Okay, but
Okay, hang on. Take 2.
Yes.
Okay, Nelson Mandela. People remember him dying in the 1980s, but in reality, he died in 2013.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you, Todd. Sorry. I read it weird, and then I was like,
I
wait a
couldn't
minute.
remember if he was
That's
still
not right.
alive. It's another Mandela effect. I was like,
So that's what his
I
name. A
think
lot of
he's
people
still
remember him
alive.
dying in prison in the
Okay.
80s, but he
Yes.
didn't. He
Yeah.
died in 2013.
Okay.
So why do people remember that? Isn't that weird?
Right.
La, 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 la. I don't know. Okay. So, peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Jiffy.
Uh-huh.
Jiffy peanut butter.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
You remember Jiffy peanut butter?
I can see the label of Jiffy peanut butter.
You are wrong.
What is it?
You are remembering Skippy peanut butter with the Jif label.
Oh.
See? Jif, not Jiffy. That should be
Jif.
Skippy.
Well, that was suggestive, though. Like, you planted that in my head.
that article did.
Okay. All right. All right. You're right. Okay.
Okay, do you remember it being Looney Tunes, Tunes, or Tunes, T-O-O.
I think it was Toon. Toon, right?
No. Tunes. Looney Tunes.
It is Tun?
Uh-huh.
Fuck. Okay.
But a lot of
I
people
swear
remember
I
it.
remember the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the LOO Looney. I just remember 2 O's.
Yeah.
And it was
Oh,
like,
that makes sense as to why people remember it that way, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Porky Pig would come on and go, "That's all, folks."
You're right.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember Porky Pig. Porky Pig didn't exist.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
The Berenstein Bears didn't exist. It's the Berenstain. Stain.
It's AIN.
AIN.
And see, I always thought it was is it EIN is the other one?
Yeah. Berenstein Bears. That's what I always called them.
That's what I always remembered.
Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, because I remember having some of those books.
I loved those books.
Yeah.
Speaking back to childhood books.
Yeah.
Berenstain Bears. They sound messy. Do you remember if Curious George, the monkey, had a tail?
Yeah. I loved him. He had a tail.
He never had a tail.
What?
He never had a tail.
What does he look like?
He has no tail.
What?
He's a monkey with no tail.
Okay, that fucks me up.
I know.
Okay.
Is your whole world
Uh-huh.
flipped upside down?
Yeah. I don't trust anything or anyone.
Sex in the City. Wait, what?
Isn't it Sex in the City versus Sex and the City? I never watched it, so I didn't give a shit.
Oh, I knew that. Okay. I actually did know that. I questioned, I was like, what's wrong with Sex in the City?
Is it Sex in the or and the?
And.
Okay. I think that's
that's how I've
the
always,
argument, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But people remember it as Sex in the City. IN.
I mean, it works either way, right?
Honestly, yeah.
I mean,
No, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
You might use this stuff every day, but you thought it was Febreze. How do you spell Febreze?
Febreze, Febreeze.
20.
Oh.
Febreze.
Reze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's
that might have just
that's
been me
like I feel like just a
misremembering it.
mental
Yeah.
association because breeze is
Right.
spelled Breeze.
Right.
Okay, I feel like I know the cure for the Mandela effect. I'm not gonna lie.
Some of them are a little, like that one. That seems stupid.
Okay, Oscar Mayer.
Is it Mayer or Meyer? Is Mayer?
That's the correct one. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's pronounced Mayer, isn't it? Oscar Mayer? Meyer?
Oscar Mayer.
Oscar
I think
Mayer.
it's Oscar Mayer.
It's Oscar
It's
Mayer.
Oscar Mayer
So it's
Wiener.
pronounced wrong, but spelled differently.
Yeah.
Or it's
just, right.
Son of a bitch. I don't know.
We know what you mean.
Yeah. Okay, Skechers shoes.
Skechers.
You got that right. That's right. People put a T in there.
Oh, well, again, sketch is spelled. This
is all spelling.
These are dumb.
Hang
These
on.
are spellings.
Hang on. I realized that too. Hang on.
The ones
it took me that long to figure it out, but
the ones I remember are people remembering like
Nelson
a specific
Mandela's death.
movie
I
existing
fucking
that
clicked
didn't
on the
exist.
exact same fucking link.
Do you remember like the movie with there's like a basketball movie. What was the guy's name, Todd? Do you remember the guy? You remember him.
From the basketball movie?
Shazam.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah. Shaq.
Shaq? Oh. I
From
just assumed it was
Shazam.
Michael Jordan.
But there's something about that. It's like it wasn't him. It was the comedian.
No, you're right. Yeah, that is
something
something.
about that. Sinbad.
Yeah.
Sinbad. And it wasn't Shazam. It was Kazam. Or it's one way or the other. It's
No, you're
either
right.
Shazam or Kazam. And people remember like a specific movie.
There's another one with like Richard Simmons too.
There's stuff like
where
that.
people like dress
that
up
is-
as Richard Simmons because they're like, he always wore a headband, but he never actually did.
See? There's stuff like that that is more interesting than just the spelling.
And same with like, I know that one was a bad article.
No, it's okay.
Sorry.
It's not your fault.
I thought it was going to switch it up a little.
You're totally fine.
There was another one with Pokemon too. Like Pikachu had a black tail for some people.
Oh,
and then,
yeah. See,
but
stuff
there's
like
so
that
many.
is interesting. Like people will like swear that one thing was one way, and like it's like half and half. It's like, are we living in an alternate reality, or?
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird because that's when you think about like.
Oh, I did see one about Home Depot.
Ooh,
Have you seen that one?
Uh-uh.
I'll look it up, but I don't remember which one's correct. When you go to Home Depot, do you say I'm going to Home Depot or I'm going to the Home Depot?
I think I just say Home Depot. But isn't it?
I think it has a the
I think
in
it
the
does.
front of it, and
I
it
think
always
does.
has.
I think you're right.
Yeah, there's something. It's
Yeah,
there's
stuff
a
like
bunch
that.
of them, and then if we were to be quizzed on it, we'd be wrong. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I'm not wrong. It's Home Depot.
That's how it's always been.
It's always been that way.
I'm going to Home Depot. I'm not going to the Lowe's.
Right.
Yeah. Like,
Does that ever like irritate you when
Yeah, a
people do
little bit.
that? When
Yeah.
they're like, I'm gonna go to the Target.
yes. I'm going to the Walmart.
The Walmart.
I'm going to go to the Walmart and get some calamine lotion.
I'm gonna go to the Chick-fil-A.
Are you? Okay.
Ryan talks like that sometimes. He'll say the Walmart sometimes. It's only Walmart though. He doesn't say it with anything else. He'll be like, "Oh, I just gotta run over to the Walmart," and I'm
But
like,
you got to make
you
the
know,
Walmart,
we have multiple, right?
You got to make it plural. The Walmarts.
The Walmart.
It's way better.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
the Mandela effect is creepy.
It is really creepy.
I will tell you guys, if any of you are on TikTok, just type in Mandela effect in the search bar and just start scrolling through videos, and your mind will get fucked. It's true. You will like fall into a rabbit hole that.
Nice.
I mean, it's crazy. And I remember the Richard Simmons one blew my brain off because I was like, he always wore a headband.
Yeah.
That's all he did was get up, put a headband on, and then leave it on all day. And then every single image you look up of him, no headband.
Weird.
And I'm like, why do I remember that?
Yeah.
Why do I remember that?
Our brain just wants to like place stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a weird
Weird.
phenomenon that's just crazy.
It is creepy.
And
because
the
then
Uncanny Valley effect is another one because I do feel like there's like, especially with like AI stuff, like a video of like a face explaining something that's clearly not, that looks clearly human.
Right.
But there's something
There's something a little off.
that you're like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I don't want to listen to this.
Uh-huh.
Turn it off.
Yeah. I don't want to trust it.
I don't want to trust it.
Yeah.
Me
weird.
and Cold Ethel want to go hide. I don't like her. I don't like it. I don't like any of this.
Yeah.
She doesn't like it either.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's creepy.
What do you think, Cold Ethel?
I
I agree.
I'm scared.
Me too. Me too,
Yeah.
girl.
All right. That was a good one.
So those are
Let's get outta
my
here.
surprise topics that I clearly did not do a great job
No, it
planning.
was good. It was good.
I know, but I had a busy week, so I didn't. I
That's
kind
okay.
of picked them randomly, saved 2 topics or
That's okay.
2 websites, and didn't really do much other than
know what?
that. It's been a crazy
We're just
week.
doing our best.
You guys understand.
That's okay.
Sometimes life gets in the way
That's okay.
of your podcast.
That's
Because everybody
okay.
has a podcast.
We're
right?
all good. It's okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Cold Ethel's happy. We're happy.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. I think that was a good episode, and we can wrap her up.
I think so too. All right.
Tell the peoples where they can find us.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Gory Hole Podcast. Be sure to like, follow, share, and subscribe at the Gory Hole Pod on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And don't forget to hit that 5 stars wherever you listen to podcasts. We would really much appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your family, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Bye, Gore Whores.
Stay gory.
See ya.